Hi guys, it's Dan. In this video, I want to explain exactly how I found this missing child of the Jeb's Journey saga. At first, I was just doing kind of my own videos. I just started the channel, and I think I had mentioned in one of them that about the Jeb Journey, and I was contacted by family members, if I knew anything. Anyway, so I dug a little deeper and so I found out their names, the name of the child and the name of Jeb's girlfriend and Jeb's real name, and then things started coming out. It kind of evolved over several days. And so did a little digging, and as you guys know, that I build programs and software and post flyers for painting. Um, And so I started checking out uh, videos of his. And what I started doing is I started using AI. And I use four, and I incorporate all of them, and I built my own, basically, AI. It's ChatGPT and Gemini and Claude, and there's a few others. And if you incorporate all this and you know what you're doing, you could build your own platform. But so I started checking the foliage in some of his videos, and I found that there were old oak trees in a campsite. But that wasn't enough, so I started checking around the country. And in the beginning, I thought it was Ohio. I knew it was Kentucky, and then Ohio. But then it wasn't enough information. And I have some videos here. Um, I started checking the lighting and the times of day these videos were taking place in. And there was one. Let me turn this around, and I'll show you. There was one. Let me get the mouse over here. Where is my mouse? Why does it always disappear? Like this one. This one here, the foliage in the back was a dead giveaway. Um, and if you notice, there's a field in the back. But I just kind of made a mental note of that. And then I went on to this one. This one here was a video of him with this kind of broken wheels on this cart. So I checked out, now I have the whole video of this cart, the manufacture of these wheels, where these wheels were sold, and where they could possibly be bought at. And then I started seeing like cars in the background. Here, let me switch over. Um, and at one point I saw, let me turn this around. And then at one point I found this house. Um, it didn't have an address on it, but it had aluminum siding. And it had a car. And there was other clues that I really don't want to talk about here. I don't want to give away any secrets. Um, so it evolved and evolved. On one of his shorts, this is a good one. I don't have a picture up here, but I'll show you some more pictures. He said that he went and he spent a lot of money on, or he spent money on some tools for the new job. Well, I don't know what happened to that job, but in any case, he showed the little receipt with the top part folded, so you couldn't see the date or the store. But the tool belt, the tool belt, the $8.99 tool belt, that he says he paid $8.99, it's a much more expensive tool belt. So, five and dime store. I checked out five and dime stores. I put that down on the side. What tool belts are sold for $8.99? Has to be a cheap store, a $1.99 store, or kind of a chain like that. So I put all this information on the side so far. All right. So the first big clue that came was the state sales tax on that receipt. The state sales tax was, what was it? 7.5 or 7.7 or something. You could look for yourself. What state charges 7.5%? Bingo. California. He's not in California. I thought so at first, but I put this information on the side. I put this. So I'm kind of ruling out Kentucky and I'm ruling out Ohio at this point. All this information on the side. A big key, because you know that I program here, right? Let me turn this around. This one. This one was a big clue. I didn't have to take it this far. But do you remember the Bible? The Bible, Jeb, with the old Bible? Bingo. Let me turn this around. Bingo. Another clue. Another clue. Because he didn't realize that I'm a programmer. And your fingerprints are on your fingers. And so when he turned his hand, all I had to do, this is not easy, and I wouldn't try this at home, folks, is if I wanted to, I could find his fingerprints and find out where he is that way. But I didn't take it that far. I don't want any harassment or having to go that deep, because it wasn't that difficult. There's two more things, and between all of that stuff, this one was the major clue. And I'll show you. Let me show you the receipt. Oh, this is good. All right. Where's the mouse again? Jeez. All right, so cool. Here you go. Do you remember this one? This one? What's the name of this place? Hornbackers, pork, boneless Kentucky fried style ribs. Yeah, we go. $3.99 a pound. $3.99 a pound. He paid $5.07. Now, where's this Hornbackers located? Bingo. It's a little chain supermarket, only located really in one region of the country, North Dakota. So, then I said, where are the campsites that are right around Hornbackers? Who's going to travel 900 miles to the other one that they have, or it's very far away, to the other? You know, you would go to the one that's closest. So I checked the campsites. I narrowed it down, man. I narrowed it down. And then I came up with a couple of little grocery stores, but I came up with 3 potential campsites. 3 of them. And so what do I check next? Not all campsites you're allowed to tent. Some of them are RV parks. Some of them are RV parks. So I narrowed it down to 2 of them. And now they have tenting grounds. Now, emotional recall with the other information, the foliage. The foliage. So which one of these 2 have this exact kind of foliage in that campsite that they're going to allow you, and they're going to have a bathroom on site? And then they're going to have tenting pads. I was close, but not exactly positive. I had to narrow this down and be exactly perfect, because I'm a neurotic mess. Of course, I'm a workaholic. I'm a regular genius too, actually. Anyway, so then he said in one of his videos that he got a union job. A union job, which is really... Anyway, so all right, so I checked it out. Union job that's hiring. Bingo. 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 There was one that was having a job fair for the last 5 days at the same time where Jeb said that he found a job. And it was the only one that was having this kind of incentive for $100 per day per diem. And he said that in a video. He said, I'm getting $100 per day per diem. So I checked where this place was, and it was exactly the closest one to the campsite. I'm a genius, man. So it brings me to a whole other idea. Maybe I could help people find missing people. I don't know. Maybe I could help people in my spare time. Maybe I could turn it into a business. Or maybe I don't really feel right about charging people. Maybe they could, give me a couple bucks for my time or something. I don't know. Or maybe I could get some other senior citizens. We don't have, we don't have much to do, but this investigative stuff and build programs and websites and maybe watch the Price is Right reruns. Us old folks were anyway. So so maybe we could help people find people like on the internet. And look, I'll show you my computers. Check it out. Let me turn this around. How do I do this? Look at that. Whoa, I'm a regular computer guy. Whoa, I even got more over here. I even have some more behind me. I'm a regular computer genius. I've been working with computers since they pretty much came out. I'm ancient, man. But I learned most of my stuff. I learned most of my stuff on computers from my ex-girlfriend. Yeah, my ex-girlfriend. She, I can't even tell you, she was a regular genius. And she was young, too. Anyway, so folks, if you have any missing children or people, notify the police and the authorities first. But if you want some guy to like give you a hand because I got all these computers and all this knowledge, and also I want to say that it wasn't only me. So no, tell people if they're going to say he didn't do it all as and I didn't do it on my own. I had a lot of help from the sister Chelsea, Destiny's the child's mother. I had help from friends and family, and we just kind of all worked together to find out this dilemma. Yeah, I wish Jeb and his girlfriend the very best. I just wanted to put a little video on how I actually did it and what the process was involved. It was kind of just a thought to put this out. But listen, I wish them the best, Jeb and his girlfriend the best. I feel like they're doing the wrong thing here by drinking out of a stream somewhere out in the middle of nowhere, dropping off their kid to social services or protective custody, and just like abandoning a human being like that. Personally, I don't think that's a real good idea. But I'm glad that the baby is fine now. Everybody's posted videos that the baby has been found, and I have the links down here in my playlist, I guess they call it, and there's videos out. So I'm going to do a video later about something a little bit more interesting than Jeb. Anyway, have a great day, guys.